Good evening. So tonight I'm coming because I wanted to do something special. I received a gift today unexpectedly, and I'm just overwhelmingly thankful. And so in return, what I'm going to do, I pulled out one of my candles. I have a manifestation candle reserve, and so I pulled out one. And for those who have sent gifts or kind thoughts or kind words, I am going to light a candle tonight. There's a few reasons why this is significant for me. As I'm lighting this, I'm going to explain why I'm lighting a candle to say thank you and show my appreciation. Number one, lighting a candle for someone is a gesture, and it could actually have lots of different meanings, right? But let's just sit this right here while we're discussing this. One of the reasons why I'm lighting this candle tonight is because I want to acknowledge the ways of, mindfulness, prayer, meditation. It's an inward way of showing gratitude, of showing thanks, of saying that I'm very appreciative. Another word for that is gratitude, right? It can be a sign of gratitude, right? Which is what I'm feeling right now. For favor, it could be a sign of gratitude for answered prayer, for the anticipation of whatever it is that you are leaning in towards as well. Okay. Another reason for lighting the candle is for symbolism. It can symbolize many things, including our beliefs, right? It can symbolize enlightenment, right? It can symbolize peace. It can symbolize joy. It can symbolize love and intention as well. There's other reasons why we actually take opportunities to light candles as well. It's because of our cultural beliefs, traditions. Many different cultures have traditions for lighting candles for things such as honoring your belief, honoring specific sacred times of the year, or honoring a passing of someone from one existence into the other, right? Many of the religions will use candles very ceremoniously. But tonight I am lighting this candle more along the lines of saying, thank you. Thank you. There was someone who, as I said, sent me a gesture of love today, and I'm very appreciative for that. And so this lighting a candle is for you. You know who you are, and it's a way for me to extend my prayers to you. It's a way for me to show my solidarity with you. I stand with you right now for whatever it is that you are believing for in this moment, in this time, in this space. I hold space for you right now as I light this candle. And I am making petitions on your behalf, right? My lighting of this candle shows my belief as a sign of that gratitude, both towards my Creator and also towards answered requests, answered prayers on your behalf, on our behalf. And so this is why I'm lighting the candle tonight. This is one of I call them my candles of manifestation. And what you do is you light the candle and then you take a moment to set out your intentions, right? That's what we're doing tonight. That's what I'm doing on your behalf. I am standing and holding space for you. Whatever you are believing for tonight, whatever you're needing tonight, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through in this moment, I am asking that there is a return of, the love that you've poured out, the gifts that you've sent my way. I'm sending them right back to you, manifested, right? And increased times 10. Okay? And I hold this candle with intention, right? The candle itself is symbolic as well of all of the actual elements. The wax solid part of the candle represents earth, right? As it transcends into the liquid, it's representing water. As the liquid disintegrates into air, it actually represents the air element. And then, of course, we have the fire element that causes all of these things to happen. And then we have the spirit, right, that has come in with us, the spirit that we possess, right? And so every element is here right now as we stand and hold space for you. So I want you to take a moment just to get in mind what it is that you need, what it is that you are manifesting, what it is that you are believing for. And if it's none of those things, maybe you're content right now. Just take a moment to embrace mindfulness. What that means is that we're going to take a moment to just release everything, to stop thinking and just to feel what it feels like to be here right now in these bodies, in this moment, in this time, being so still and so quiet and so tuned in to our bodies that we can actually even feel the blood surging through our veins. So we're going to do that just for a second. This is an opportunity for you to pour your manifestations, your desires, what you're believing for right now. Pour it out into the universe. Now that we've put that out into the universe, we're going to release it with love, in belief that in the fullness of time, it will happen. Whatever that is, we'll have it. I'm actually going to leave this candle burning all night until it actually burns out. right? When it burns completely out, I'm going to come back and I'll show you that it actually burned through. And what that means is that the intentions that we just set in this candle, when it finishes burning, that means it's finished. It's done, right? It's done. Just that simple. And so I'll keep that burning. In addition to that, I'm going to pull a card for you. Tonight, I felt led to my Divine Priestess deck, because I'm going to allow Spirit to speak a message to you, directly to you. So there's a couple of cards that came out. I'm going to read them both. The first one is friendship. Okay, this is what it looks like. Now, friendship speaks of support. It speaks of fun, unity, and it speaks of play as well. It's a number 14 card, which actually ends up being a 5. And so this may talk about change. The overall message is something changing. On this card is 2 smiling young women. They're looking over the beauty of the land in appreciation, sharing like a kindred connection here. And it's almost like a celebration of what they have together. This wellspring of support and happiness that's kindled between the two of them. So this may be an important time. Spirit is telling you that it's a time that you'll benefit from connecting with friends or a loved one in order to experience joint intentions, kind of like what we just did. And this might be a soul group, right? There's a powerful vibration that's emitted when we come together like this. Empower, right? And we pull our connections together. And in that connection lies history that we share, different understandings and beliefs or philosophies, loving experiences as well. And it's this type of connection that brings that feeling of support, right? Doesn't mean that it's family, or somebody that you've known for a long time. These vibrations come from individuals who are in harmony and carry that energy of innocence and enjoyment. And this is kind of like soul family, people that just get you, people that you've never met, but you have an unstriking similarity with the way your life aligns, possibly some of the experiences that you've been through as well. Spirit says you could be feeling like you need this right now. If you don't currently find that you have these type of connections right now, you may feel like you need this type of support. If that is true, then Spirit is saying be open to connect with people who you know you can trust with your, to share your deepest desires with and expressing your soul. Those that won't judge you, or, there's no fear about being, rejected. Okay. Get with those people is what Spirit is saying. People that have a like mind wherever you are right now, so that you can continue to grow and continue to be nurtured and poured into, and so that you can support each other, right? Ups and downs, good and bad, right? This is the type of connection Spirit is guiding you towards right now. This could also be Spirit guiding you to connect with people, kind of like what we did tonight. Connect with people who are able to really connect on a spiritual level, and where you can come together and place your intentions out there, right? We're talking about fun, having fun, playing, being very playful, sharing magical vibrations, tapping into that energy, creating this incredible resonance of joy that will be really it'll be a gift both to your life and theirs. And then Spirit is saying, understand that you deserve to release sometimes, to just let go and to have fun and just be, yourself without having to hold up a certain image or a certain responsibility. You deserve times where you're able to just release and just be, right? And so this is a time Spirit wants you to come together with people that represent this kind of energy, okay? People that represent happy souls, right? Happy souls, not weighed down, but people that represent happy souls, people that are able to lift your energy and fill you with, hope when you need it. People that are able to make you laugh and that are able to comfort you as well in this very unbothered energy, that it is what it is type of energy. And so this is where Spirit is leading with this card. Okay, so this may be for someone. And so if you would repeat with me, I am open. Okay, I am open to myself and receiving. I'm open to supportive connections around me. I join in fun and joy that these friendships and these connections can and will bring. Okay. That was card number 1. So I planned to pull 1, but Spirit gave me 2. Okay. The second one is loss, lack. And it's a number 34, which equates to the number 7. And so this card, the number 7 is a spiritual number. So this one's a little bit heavier, okay? But this card is talking about fear. It's talking about the energy or the spirit of victimization. So it's a little heavy, but we're going to go there because Spirit brought it out, okay? Now, the woman on this card I'm going to let you look at it again. The woman on this card stands alone, and she stands in a little bit of anxiety and kind of judgment, just a little bit about life right now. Her focus may be on past, things that have happened in the past, things she lost in the fire, and maybe even the possibility of being consumed with the fear of what is to come. Maybe it's going to be more of that. She's in that kind of energy. But what she has in her hand is a fan, right? It's a fan. And it's a fan that's made out of owl feathers. And with that fan, as you can see, I'm going to let you see it again here. She's attempting to shield herself from hurt, from potential hurt, right? Let me let you see it again. So she's holding an owl fan in her hand, and she's holding it in front of her sacral chakra, in front of her solar plexus, and in front of her root chakra. Those are very important foundational energy centers that we carry in our body. And on her shoulder is an owl. It's very hard to see this. You have to really look really carefully. But if you look on her shoulder, there's an owl. And that owl can see through her darkness. The owl can see, and the owl can guide her out of this fear and this lack consciousness. That's why the owl is there. The owl is her spirit guide, is what the owl is. So for whoever I'm talking to, you could actually have a spirit guide in the form of an owl right now. Okay? And the message of this card is very plain. And the message coming through is that no matter what kind of situation you've been in or come out of or that you've experienced up to this point, it's time to shift the focus, okay? It's time to shift the focus now and redefine your power, okay? You're no longer the victim. Spirit is saying, of this world that has all these scary things and all these threats that attempt to take our peace and our security and our power. You're no longer the victim of that. This frightening and unstable situation, right? If that is your experience, okay? If it's not, this is for someone else. But Spirit is speaking to someone tonight. And so Spirit is saying that the focus has shifted now from victim mentality to power. And not only that, now that your consciousness, right, you know that your consciousness creates your new reality, right? Now we understand that it is how we're thinking that creates the existence, the experience, right? And so if you are indeed thinking this way, that may in fact be what is keeping you stuck, is what Spirit is saying. That may be what is keeping your energy stuck. And so what the owl is doing, the owl is encouraging her to leave the victim mentality, to leave it behind and to see the truth of who she is. When I look at this woman, there is nothing weak about this woman that I see. Nothing. There's nothing. As a matter of fact, she looks very strong to me and resilient. And that's the truth. That's the truth about you. That you're very strong and you're resilient and you have eternal courage. You have eternal power. Spirit is saying that to you right now. When these things come up, right, in life, these experiences, these thoughts, even the memory, when these things come up, go ahead and grieve. Go ahead and feel what that feels like and let it pass. Don't define yourself by it. It was an experience. It's not you. It was just an experience. And so we're not going to define ourselves by our experiences, but they make us into who we're becoming, not for us to stay there. Okay? And so Spirit is saying, be willing to take charge and set your sights on the solutions, not the problems, right? It's okay to vent, but we're going to vent one time and then we're going to get up and we're talking about solutions here forward, okay? Set your sights on solutions and new directions, on empowerment. And when you take action into that new direction and view your life with optimism and self-honoring intentions, it's not negating what has happened. Yes, that happened, but you have direct power with what happens moving forward by setting intentions, by moving on those intentions and honoring those intentions. You become the director rather than just the victim in and of your own life. You become the director. And Spirit is saying that this very empowering approach, it may seem strange to start, from the beginning. It may feel strange and awkward, and you may feel like you're, weak in the knees and you're not very strong and you're tripping over things and your legs feel very weak. You don't feel really strong yet. You don't really feel like you can fully trust yourself yet. But this is telling you that you can no longer live in the mindset where you were. You can no longer live apart and in fear, not anymore. Because it's time to let go of those old patterns, those old cycles of people pleasing, possibly, of passive acceptance of others' agenda, of things that we in our heart don't agree with, but we go along with it anyway. It's time to take your power back, to take your rightful place as the power presence in your world. Let me let you look at this card again. Okay. So the affirmation for this card is, and say this with me, I let go of feelings of fear and lack. It's safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. Okay, so that's for somebody too. Those are the two cards that came out this evening. So that's for you. And if it resonates, beautiful. If it does not, please stand with me in support of those that are in this space tonight. Okay. And so thank you. This is my thank you for those who have sent gifts, for those who have sent good energy my way, who have sent love my way. This is for you. I'm standing in the gap, and I stand and hold space for you tonight. And I'm sending up direct requests on your behalf tonight, that whatever it is that you need, what you're believing for, that it'll come to pass quickly, quicker than you realize, okay? And so this will be burning all night long. And when it finishes burning out, that's when we know that it is complete. Thank you. This is my thank you.